shots to fool me around. Give me everything you got, ain't got no money in my bank account. And I never.
Hey guys, let's do some tactics. Yeah, I think the stream is okay. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's do some tactics. Yesterday Violatic shared a puzzle on Discord, so if he enters stream, we're gonna look at that. Otherwise, we'll just do some tactics on liches. So learn puzzles. And I think I need to do something here to show my rating instead of the moves. Here, here, here. There you go. Okay. Oh, I didn't set a goal for this session, but my rating is 24-28, so let's say 2500 is the goal. Although I don't believe it. I will achieve it today, because in good sessions I earn like 50 points. Anyway, let's start with this one. It's a pity. The last day we almost got all greens. A pity to fail the last one. Anyway, what do we have here? Queen went back to b6. That's the last move. So if I move the knight, we can then win the pawn on c7, but okay, that's just one pawn. So first of all, what's the material count? We're a pawn down, so winning that pawn is not the greatest idea ever, I guess. So yeah, just regaining the pawn, I don't think that's a good option. What else? This is hanging also, so another way to regain the pawn. Is this queen in trouble? The queen doesn't have a lot of squares, so bishop e3 is definitely one move to consider, because the queen is tied to defending this bishop, and bishop c5 is not possible. So bishop e3, one forcing move I would like to consider. There's no 97 check, so what other forcing moves can be there? a3 maybe, but if I start with a3, then there's bishop c5. So maybe a3 next after bishop e3. So bishop e3, what are the options for black? Queen here, right? I don't see any other one. Oh, and I have a fork on c5. Oh, that's easy. No matter where does he go, where does the queen go? I just take here and play bishop c5 next, right? So bishop e3, queen moves to some of these two squares, knight takes b4, and bishop c5. So I win an exchange, plus e4 and c7 are still weak, so probably I end up regaining the pawn and being just a full exchange up. Yeah, that must be it, right? Yeah, I think that must be it. Yes. Yay! Good. Good. Let's continue. This is the way to start. I love rook and pawn endgames. D7. So we are. let me focus. We're black, right? We're a tricky position. Fortunately, we already have this rook behind the pawn, so there's no rook h8. However, we can very likely promote this pawn. How is black gonna stop it? For example, let's say h2, rook here, rook g1, we promote. We get to promote. I guess there are some tricks, but we always promote with check. Yeah, I was thinking some tricks like rook a2, then rook g1, rook a2, but we promote with check. So rook a2 first, so after h2, rook a2, let's say. The idea being that if we take the rook, he has rook h8. Even that, we have at least two rooks for the queen. I mean, rook a2 is the only trick I can think of for white, and I don't think it works. So h2, rook a2, h1. So what's wrong with h2? What can black? What can white do that I'm missing? Rook a8 maybe. Rook a8. That's one idea. So rook a1 doesn't work, rook a2 doesn't work. Rook h8 doesn't work. we take, if rook a8 check, king moves, he promotes, I take, and then I promote. No. So yeah, maybe only rook a8, a8. Maybe that's the only chance for white to prevent us from promoting. But in that case, I could very likely take on d7. Yeah, I don't know. We're a pawn down, so winning the pawn, it's not a priority. A priority is to promote our pawn. So for example, h2, rook a8. If we take on d7, white cannot take back because we just promote, but white can play rook check, king here, and it seems like an equal position where we have the pawn on the 7th. Maybe we win, maybe not, but the pawn is controlled. So h2, rook a8. How to prevent rook h8 check? We don't promote. We don't prevent it. So if we don't prevent it, then I'm not sure if h2 is the best first move. Maybe I need to do a crazy but very crazy thing first, like rook takes d7. Rook takes d7, no matter which rook he takes with, let's say with the deep rook, then I play h2. Is that too crazy? Oh, Need to answer some WhatsApps in here. Hey Rogan, what's up? Okay, I have an answer on GitHub to a book on Lichess. Okay. Did you just make a pic of the stream? No, I didn't. No, I did a pic of my dog to send to another person. Yeah, rook takes d7 is really nice, I think. Because rook a8, rook takes d7, he can check. Rook takes d7, rook a8 is not a transposition. I take the rook and then I play h2. And I think I'm gonna promote no matter what. So I think rook takes d7 first. I might be too crazy with this, but I think rook takes d7 ensures that we promote. Hey Larufa, yeah, I was saying that line before, but after rook a8, you say king g6, but he can go h8. I mean f5 check maybe, but rook h8 no matter what. I mean white. I think white is very happy to get a rook on h8, even if he loses the d7 pawn, it should be a draw by that point. I think I need to take here to prevent any rook h8. And then no matter with which rook he takes on d7, I play h2 and then I will promote. Am I too crazy with this idea? Rook takes d7 seems winning to me. What am I missing? Rook takes d7. Rook takes d7, rook g7, rook g7, rook a1, rook g1. I always have rook g1. If rook h8, then rook d7, and won't he have to sacrifice his rook for your pawn eventually? I'm not sure if I understand what you mean. Not sure if I understand what you mean. If I play h2, I think he's gonna play rook a8, is the only move I see. And then if I take on d7, he plays rook h8 check, king g6, and I think it should be a draw. I think we're never gonna promote the pawn anymore with the rook on h8. And if I play king g6 first, he goes rook h8. It's a transposition basically to this line. If we play, yeah. So if I play h2, rook a8, king g6, rook h8, rook takes d7, it's just a transposition of the line h2, rook a8, rook takes d7, rook h8, king g6. That's why I want to take first. Because if I take first, there's no way he will get a rook on h8. Like if he takes the rook, I play h2 and I'm gonna promote. And if he doesn't take the rook and wants to play for rook h8, then I trade first on d8. He has no time. So unless I'm missing something, I mean it's always very risky to sacrifice like that a rook. And in a real game, I would spend like 10 minutes ensuring that I'm not missing anything, but here I think it's, yeah. It's easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah. Good job. And the rating of this puzzle is 2400, and I can see why. It's a little bit counterintuitive to sacrifice the rook. Yeah, and it's also more forcing, yeah. Yeah, the thing is, at first sight, h2 seems winning until you realize there's rook a8 and rook h8. Like any other move is obviously not working, but then you see this move, and you see, oh man, but I can take this. That's beautiful, because if he takes, I promote, and then yeah, I think we're never winning this position. Well, I'm sure now that the puzzle is solved, but that's what I thought. The rook behind the pawn, kind of what Wesley got yesterday versus Magnus. Even though Magnus had the pawn on the 7th rank, defended by a rook, Wesley had a queen behind, and there was no way to promote it. But yeah, rook takes d7 in the first move prevents any rook h8 ideas. That's cool. That's cool. Let's continue. Wow, my queen is so lonely. Okay, fortunately, we only have a queen, so I guess not a lot of candidate moves here, huh? Okay, so this rook is obviously undefended, so maybe a series of checks. Okay, let's go with the obvious check. Then two options. G6 is not an, yeah. Let's discard G6 immediately, and let's say King G8 is King H8, and King G8 are the only moves. What do we do then? Well, I guess if we manage to take the bishop, it should be a winning endgame anyway. So I don't want to draw. How can I threaten both of them? Maybe the bishop doesn't have a lot of squares, so maybe just queen d7 at some point could be interesting. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's interesting. Queen d7. I think he has to throw the check, because otherwise the bishop moves, there's check on d8, check on d3. Something like that. Hey Jackie, what's up? Okay, what else can we do? We can take here, we can start with queen d8. We could start with king g2, prevent any checks. No, that's stupid. I have the feeling this is going to be a tough one. So queen f5 check, king g8, let's say. I guess it will not be a huge difference with king h8. Queen d2, suggested by Moprak. Attacking the bishop, preventing the check of the rook, and threatening queen d3 check. Oh, that's a cute one. Yeah, queen d2 is a cute one. What can black do? Cannot be that easy. Well, we still don't know how is it rated. But yeah, queen f5 is definitely the first move to consider because it's the only check in the position. Trying to come up with a move for black, but I don't see one. There's no way. The a pawn is too far away to create any danger, and a2 it's gonna be controlled always. Hey Violatic, what's up? I will show your puzzle. But first let's solve this. So queen d2, takes there, check, e3, nah. There's a chess club in at a library. Hey Drobil, I guess queen d8, there's still rook d4 to defend both threats. Yeah, queen d2 makes a little bit more sense than queen d8. Okay, I don't see a move for black, so let's go. And let's take it. And the rating of the puzzle is 2100. You got invited to join a team in the London Chess League. Nice. Okay, here we have a subtle threat, although it's not checkmate. Wow, I really want to sacrifice on h7. So let's start with knight takes, queen takes, obvious, and that doesn't quite work. F6, queen takes, there, queen h5. Oh, there's knight c4 also. Knight c4, queen takes, king of 1. Nah, I cannot allow that. Knight f3, however. Knight f3, and then the only move to keep the bishop defended is queen f4 and then g3, and we're winning the bishop, right? That seems too easy to be true. Knight f3, queen f4, g3, and we win a piece. Queen d5, queen d5, what am I saying? Knight f3, queen d5. Okay. Still feels like a good position. It feels like we're gonna have knight takes d6, and then with our other knight already on f3, we might have some bishop h7, knight g5, queen g4, queen d3. I have a good feeling about knight f3. Queen d5. Can we still attack that queen somehow? We no longer have control over the c4 square, so there's no bishop c4. c4 after queen d5, and after takes en passant, we take with the knight. Not sure about that. We take on d6. Yeah. We take on d6. Yeah. So knight f3, queen here, c4, And I guess queen c6, because if he takes en passant, we take on d6, and then we have the trick on h7. So let's go there. c4, then queen c6 only move. And with the queen already on c6, maybe there are already some tricks with knight g5, bishop h7. So knight takes this. Is there anything else we can do to that queen? Probably not. Well, knight takes d4. We can continue the party. Knight takes d4. The queen is gonna have several squares. b6, a6, which is dangerous, c7 or d7 to defend the bishop. Knight c4 comes with tempo and double attack on the bishop. No, knight c4, queen takes h2, and black has the tempo, I think, and draw bill. Yeah. No. Then he has time to save the bishop. But knight f3, queen d5, c4, queen c6, knight takes d4, queen. Okay, let's discard queen a6. Queen b6. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's playable. Queen b6, queen c7, or queen d7. Yeah, too many options. Too many options. Queen c7, knight b5. Okay, queen c7 is not possible. So queen d7 or queen b6. Yeah, both queen d7 and queen b6 seem to save black for the moment. At least I don't see a clear follow-up. I still think it's a good position. We took that pawn on d4, and it's decent. What else can we do? Starting with f4 doesn't seem like a good idea. f4, queen takes f4, g3, queen back to e5, and then knight c4. f4, and if queen takes g3, the queen has to keep. There's no checks, so the queen has to go back to e5, then knight c4 works. So after f4, black must play queen d5. But now we do have bishop c4, or maybe something better. So f4 is an idea. Oopsie. And after queen c6, bishop c4, I don't like it. f4, queen d5. Knight d6 when, Diamond? In which line, in which moment? Okay, f4 is an idea, but I'm not sure. Then I don't need to is... It's annoying me. Knight takes c6, crazy after queen d7. I thought about it. Then we take on d6, but we sacrifice a piece to take another piece. I think it's too crazy. Bishop takes e6. The queen is on d7. So he has to take with the pawn, He might be able to take with the queen, actually. No, because then we take on d6. Queen back to d7. Yeah, I don't know. It feels crazy, Moprak. It feels like we're sacrificing a piece to get another piece. I understand he cannot take back then on on d6, but we take on d6 first, then on e6. Yeah, okay, so knight takes d6, and if queen takes d6, then knight takes e6, and then he has to play something like rook e8, bishop e7, bishop h7 still. So we win an exchange in that line. Huh. Maybe that's interesting. MQ Naf has followed, thank you, buddy. Okay, maybe that's interesting. We take first on d6, it's a piece, so queen has to take. And then we take on e6 with the knight, threatening the exchange on f8, and there's no way he can take the knight because there's bishop h7. So best case scenario, if he wants to save the exchange, he has to take with the bishop on e6, let's say, and he gets 2 pieces for the queen. No, that's not good for him. Okay, that seems to work. That seems to work. And it's all forced, right? I mean, knight f3, queen d5 is forced because queen f4 there's g3. So queen d5 only move, then c4. He can't take en passant because we take the piece on d6. So queen c6, knight takes d4, and then both queen b6 and queen d7 are possible, but in queen b6, wait. Queen b6, knight takes d6, queen takes d4 is not possible, yeah, because we have the same trick on h7. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go for it because it seems to work. Okay, he took en passant, so made it easier for us now. I guess I saved the rook, right? Save the rook, the knight cannot be taken. Yeah, okay. Let me show the line for those who weren't following what Moprak and I were saying. Okay, so yeah, at this point we said black couldn't take en passant because we take the free piece there, and it's a free piece because if queen takes d6, we win the queen like this, right? That's why he took here and there and puzzle stop here, because he can't take the piece, so we're a piece up here. But if he wants to keep this protected, queen c6 is only move, and then we take here, and then queen a6, queen c6. These 4 moves defend the bishop, but this loses to this, and queen c7 loses to this fork, and yeah, probably still not there. Anyway, the 4 of them lose. Let's take this one, for example, queen b6 or queen d7. The 4 of them lose to this, knight takes d6, and after queen takes d6, knight takes d6. And that's the trick. We're threatening the rook, and we're threatening the queen. That's why we win an exchange. And I think there's nothing black can do here to prevent it. Yeah, it's not crazy, Moprak. But yeah, I thought knight takes c6 first. I don't know why. The same as you. And when I considered this for the first time, I thought knight takes c6 first. But yeah, in that case, after takes and takes, we sacrificed a piece to get a piece, but we don't win an exchange in this one. So black just doesn't take on d6 and keeps playing. But yeah, knight takes d6 first is not only better, but it also solves the problem of having to consider 4 moves here, because against the 4 of them we have knight takes d6. And if queen b6, knight takes d6, there's no queen takes d4. That's important because we have the same trick here. Okay, Does the solving time matter? No, it doesn't. By the way, we had a puzzle on the Discord by Violatic. Violatic shared a puzzle. Let me try to put it here. Tools, board editor. Before I continue with the Lichess puzzles, let's try to solve this one because it seemed nice. It's an endgame. Well, it's a composition, I think. So white is down. Okay, let me clear the board or something. Yeah, Violatis, you showed a puzzle on Discord, I think. Oh no, it was Salah. Oh, I thought it was you, Violatis. No, it was Salah. My bad, my mistake. Diamond, thanks for the follow. No, it was Salah. Salah shared this puzzle. Okay, no more white pawns. So there's a knight here on c3, a bishop here, and nothing else. Nothing else. There's a king here. Okay, and black has a king here. And a queen here. And the rest are pawns here, 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 here. So I think Salah is not on the stream, but okay. We can try to solve it, and I think that's it. Let me check that I put it right. Yes. Yes. So this puzzle is shared on YouTube by Chess Network, by the way. And I guess it's white to play. Okay, let's go to the analysis board. Ensure there's no engine running. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's try to solve this composition. Okay, so in this position, of course, the first idea is bishop e1 is mate, right? Because we're controlling all these squares over here. So I would love to play bishop e1 mate. So if I do one of these two checks, yeah, this is a composition, I think. So if I do one of those two checks, black is going to play king f2 or king h4, whatever we allow. So 92 check, king f2, and black is probably out of trouble. So I guess 94 has to be the first move, protecting f2, and king h4 is the only move, right? It seems we should start with that. I'm going to start with that. I can make 3 moves because this is not a Lichess puzzle. There's no right or wrong here. Okay, so 94 check, black has to go here, and just to put it on the board, if black takes here, bishop e1 is mate. Okay, so king h4. Okay, now after bishop e1 check, black has g3. Um, 94 failed? What do you mean? The 94 is not the solution? You know this one? Is there any move that makes sense? I don't think there is. Our bishop is hanging, so there's no time for 91. No, I think 94 must be the first move. Yeah, and here now, if bishop e1 check, g3, well, we can try to, not easy, how do we, g3 first. Oh, g3 makes a good impression. To prevent g3. I mean, I want to prevent g3 because then g4 and h4, how I'm gonna supposed to checkmate him if he has access to g4 and h4. So I guess I need to prevent g3. And I can do it with g3 here. And now black has two moves, takes or king h3. Let's go with the easy one. Hopefully this is the easy one. Oh, maybe not so easy. Oh, actually it is, because after check and takes and check, yes, it's checkmate, right? So, okay, cute. Okay, so king h3 is not possible, so pawn takes. Okay, this is starting to feel like a solution. And now, here comes the tricky part. There's no immediate checkmate with the knight, and that's a pity, because I would love to play king g2 and but yeah, I cannot. The queen will have some checks, definitely. So bishop e1 is probably not good, because yeah, takes, and if here there's a check. What about, there's no time for knight e6 either, and bishop d2. Nah, so maybe g3 is not the solution. It has to be. It has to be. Okay, so f takes g. Let me promote this to main line. It's the only one we didn't solve yet. What about 96 instead of g3? Okay, 96. Let's say, okay, it threatens mate, so it's interesting because it defends the bishop by threatening mate. Now after g3, okay, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting because, for example, we can do check, and this is a forcing line, a forced line. And at least we have the draw, which is important in this position because we're a queen down. So having a draw is nice. It would be nicer to win, to have a win. What was that, Nightbot? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to checkmate black if we allow g3. That's the thing, because we need the two pieces to checkmate. And actually, we need this pawn to be pushed to be able to do a check on h4 with the bishop. I mean, it's a dark square bishop, so I want to control h4 with the bishop, not with the knight, because whenever I control h4 with the knight, black has the g4 square. That's why I wanted to prevent g3. But okay, having a draw is nice. What about... Nah, this is too crazy, right? Knight g3. Knight g3 is too crazy, right? Knight g3. Because he takes with the pawn. Yeah. But it's a nice idea. It's a cute idea, knight g3. Threatening mate. And if he takes with the king, bishop e1 is mate. So what about in the line with g3, pawn takes g3, that line? Ah, but now there's no pawn here, so there's no knight takes g3 trick. Yeah, no, this is stupid. That's stupid. Black can also play queen f8 instead of g3. Here you mean? Yeah, but if I'm black in this position, I will play g3 as soon as possible to to make checkmating harder. But yeah, queen f8 seems like a move. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so knight g3 is stupid because after pawn takes, I don't have a way to... It's cute, but I don't even have a draw here. For example, after this, yeah, this, and it's made next move. So okay, let's go back with this idea. g3, pawn takes. And now let's say knight, no. I don't have time. I don't have time. It's nice to have the pawn here controlling this to threaten some checkmates, but on the other hand, allowing g3, where's Akujo? What about bishop d1, bishop takes g3? Yeah, I guess he means bishop e1 check, g3 only move, and bishop takes here. But we're never gonna win this. We're actually losing here, right? I mean, the king has a lot of squares. How's the horsey move? Says knight g3. Bishop b6 to block check with bishop. Okay, so knight g3. And so only move now is pawn takes, and now bishop b6 to block. And you're playing for the draw here. Okay. I understand your point. But if we want the draw... Ah, no, we cannot get the draw with knight d6. We stated that. With queen f8, there's no draw there. Okay. So yeah, then this makes sense if we're playing for the draw. This is only move. And now bishop here. Let's say black tries to win this. For example, like let's say check here, queen somewhere controlling these squares, and we need to move the bishop, and let's say bishop here, because if the bishop is on this diagonal, black can never take it. That's cute. Black can never take it without a stalemating. So maybe this is a draw. Can black just promote? Yeah, but there's no promotion here. The bishop is gonna take the pawns. There's no way for black to put a pawn on a dark square that is defended by the other pawn. So for that to happen, you first need to put one pawn in dark square defended by the queen, and then we take it. Yeah, this is cute. Like, for example, a way to lose for, let's say, a way to lose for white can be here to play this. Then the pawn is defended by the pawn. But of course, here we just take this, and it's a draw, I think. So there's no way to win this, because even if we do, let's say, this, bishop stays, and even if we do this, there's no way for black to win, because if we keep the king here, this is totally frozen. With either the king or the pawn, all of that is frozen, so this is a draw also. So if the queen cannot sacrifice on g2 and black's pawns cannot advance, this is a draw. What I didn't know is we were playing for the draw. I thought we had something. Yeah, but that's cute. That's cute. So only move king h4, and knight g3 is cute, yeah. And only move pawn takes. Let's promote this to main line. There you go. In fact, white is gonna win if black takes on g2 with one of his... No, white is never gonna win. With one of his C or D pawns alive? What? Wait, what? Yeah. Yeah, white wins there. Yeah. Your C complex is right. If black does this stupid idea of sacrificing here, then we just play bishop here, and next move is mate on g3. Yeah. What happens if black doesn't take on g3? Then knight f5 mate. We can defend against the mate. But then there's bishop e1. Okay, let's go here. Knight g3. We're threatening knight f5 mate. So if black doesn't take on g3, that means black queen must defend that square. So let's take, for example, queen c8 or queen f8. Queen f8 maybe controls a little bit more squares, important squares. Then we go bishop e1, I think. I'm not sure. Okay, we need to be precise here. Bishop e1 is probably not the move. We can do this. Yeah, I guess it's hard. Yeah, bishop b6. No, bishop b6, no, how's the horsey, because then he takes with the king. He takes here, and there's no bishop e1 mate. So bishop b6 is not... We need to keep the e1 square protected to prevent king takes knight. So for example, this is stupid because, ooh, or maybe not so stupid. Huh. Okay, this might be playable, but okay, bishop e1, let's say. Yeah, I'm not sure if we get the draw here because I would love to play bishop g1 now. So this is probably losing, bishop e1 immediately. And if we play bishop b6 first, then king takes. I don't think so, Moprak. If bishop e1, pawn takes, queen f1 is a threat, and there's no stalemates with bishop f2 or bishop g3. So yeah, this cute statement. Yeah. I thought black had this, but we have g3 check. This is cute because no matter king h3, both king h3 and king takes g3 are a stalemate. Nice one. So bishop f2. Bishop f2, cute. And now we're back on our preferred diagonal. So if black doesn't take the bishop, we have exactly the other stalemate ideas. So yeah, if queen f8 or queen c8, I mean, if the queen defends the f5 square, we go bishop e1. That's cute. And we're threatening mate, so black now has to take it. And then bishop f2, beautiful, pawn takes, g3 check. That's cute. Yeah, very nice puzzle. It's a pity that Salah is not in the chat because he was the one sharing this on the Discord. Okay, I think we solved it. We solved it. And I finally can get back to the tactics on Lichess. Why is black even playing versus us? Okay, let's continue with the tactics. So I think I was streaming for 1 hour already, so I'm gonna take a minute to grab a coffee, and yeah, I'm right back. And I'm back. Now this is coffee. Coffee. It's coffee. It's just coffee. It's good coffee though. It's actually testosterone. I don't know if you can see it. This is testosterone. My daily doses. Okay. So what do we have here? We have an attack on h7. And some pings going on here. So I see this exchange sacrifice just to checkmate ourselves. Okay, I see those ideas. No, seriously, what can I do here? If this knight jumps, we have an attack on g5. Wow, it's rich position. Rich position. Yeah, knight g6 is also an idea. Something must happen with the bishop on c2. I just don't know what. We can start with h6. It would be funny if that's the solution, starting with h6. That prevents bishop h7, or not. Maybe not. Bishop h7, king h8, rook takes f7. No, knight takes f7. No. Yeah, and then the queen enters. No. Okay, I like the position because this king is too exposed, and we have control of the open file, etc. But I just don't see what to do here. Yeah, knight g6, I like it, but I don't see the point. Like, it's not like we're winning anything. It's preventing definitely both h5 and bishop h7 or knight h7. Okay, yes, we're hitting h4. We're hitting h4, but let's say bishop takes. We take back with something. Knight takes h7 says, how's the horsey move? After knight g6, knight takes h7. Definitely an option. Not sure, but yeah, that's also an option. Yeah. We attack h4 and therefore g5 and e3. And, if he takes g6, we play rook c3 at some point. Yeah, but yeah, first of all, there's knight h7, as how's the horsey move is pointing out, which is nice. And secondly, after bishop takes d6, we will play rook c3 eventually, but eventually means we're not going to play it immediately, because first we need to regain the piece on g6, then white has one tempo to solve the problems, let's say queen b1 to unpin the knight, and no, I don't believe it. However, starting with rook c3, if rook c3 is an idea, we could start with rook c3. The problem is it's not threatening a lot, right? It's threatening e3, but the knight on b3 is properly defended. h7 still hanging. Okay, now I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy and I'm gonna say, nah, it's too crazy. Is it too crazy? There, takes. Yeah, it's too crazy. C complex. I think after knight g6, if knight h7, rook takes c2, queen takes c2, it's the same story with the queen than it was with the bishop. Plus we sacrifice an exchange. Bishop takes b3. Yeah, that's interesting. So after knight g6, if knight h7, bishop takes b3 is an option, which leads me to think, what about bishop b3 in the first place? Bishop h7, right? Bishop b3, bishop h7, yeah. It's a problem. Yeah, I think after knight g6, bishop g6. And I don't see anything for black. Because I guess we need to regain the piece on g6. And then white has at least queen b1 and queen d3. Well, queen d3, bishop b5, but queen b1? So unless I find something against queen b1, I don't trust this variation, knight g6, bishop g6. And I don't see the problems for... I still like the position. I mean, that king on g1 is... I still like it, but I don't think we're winning anything, any particular material. Knight g6, bishop takes, let's say h takes, queen b1, queen c7, or first take on g5. I mean, position is awesome, I like it. Take on g5 and queen e7, so we probably win a pawn, unless rook f6 makes any sense. Okay, so material is equal. Bishop g5, you say first? Knight g6, bishop g6, bishop g5? And then bishop h7? I mean, I would probably take on g6 first and then try to play bishop g5. Because we're threatening rook c6. I mean, rook c3, sorry. So I like the variation, knight g6. I just don't think it's winning. But I like it. I mean, bishop g6, hg. There's a problem on b3. We're threatening rook c3, sort of. There's rook b1 still, but probably white doesn't want to go there. So queen b1, bishop g5, takes, queen e7. We win a pawn, at least. And we're gonna have good prospects. The knight on b3 has no good jumps. The pawn on g4 is weak. I like that. I like that line, but I don't think it's like... It's maybe +1. I will hate it if that's the solution. Okay, what else? What other ideas do we have? If we take first on b3, bishop h7, and then he takes on b3, so that's not working. If rook c2, queen c2, again we need to solve the problem. Let's say knight g6, and we sacrifice the exchange for no reason. I don't see what threat do we have, so I don't believe it. If I start with knight f5, I think it's not good enough. Pawn takes. If we start with h6, there's bishop h7, king h8, and probably queen b1 wins, or maybe knight f7, and after king h7, queen b1. So I don't think h6 works. g6 is too sad to consider. f6 or f5 also too sad to consider. Actually, f6 is terrible, and f5 is terrible, yeah. So it's not like we have a lot of choices. Queen c7, bishop h7, king h8, rook f7, queen d3 then. Yeah, threatening bishop g8. No. I hate it, but I think I have to play knight g6. Okay, I'm about to play knight g6. If anyone has any other idea, please say it now or stall forever. Nobody sees anything. Okay, I'm gonna play knight g6. I don't want to get a red. Rook e8. Rook e8 exclam. Triple exclam. Okay, so we go here. We go to knight h7. So now we have several options. But someone was suggesting bishop b3. The thing with bishop b3 is our rook is hanging on f8, so it's not as immediate, I would say. But yeah, bishop b3 seems nice. Yeah, knight f8, bishop c2. Yeah, that's. So bishop b3, bishop takes, king takes. If h5, we just move the knight. We're safe. Yeah, bishop takes b3 seems easy. Knight f6, maybe. Knight f6, we take with the pawn. Nah, then he takes here. And yeah, I'm gonna take it. Okay, we continue. I guess taking the knight now. Yeah, I don't see any other move. Yay! Okay, guys. This is a typical puzzle where, you know, because white went crazy with knight h7, but if white plays normally, and I would say this is normal, then I like the position, but I don't. It's not like we're an exchange up or 2 pawns up, although I think we're gonna be 1 pawn up. So here I wow, Drawbile, I don't know if I'm spelling it right. Thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the sub. By the way, check out in my Twitch profile, I have a section, if you didn't see it, of perks for the subscribers. And tell me what you want, because you're gonna be rewarded for your subscription. Okay, so let's see the line. So here is where I was thinking queen b1 made sense, or queen d3, but I think you don't know how to spell it either. Nice. So I'm gonna call you Drawbill, let's say. Easier for me. Yeah, that's a good quote. So, oh no, I need to play to be able to blunder. Well, I guess I can blunder a puzzle. Yeah, getting out of the ping made sense, I think, because yeah, rook c3 is a bit of a threat, not entirely a threat, but it's a bit of. Let's say, for example, white does something stupid. We put pressure there, and we keep building pressure, and yeah. So I thought queen b1 made sense, and then the simple takes, and queen e7, and we're gonna collect that pawn, unless rook f6 is a thing. I don't think it is. So we're gonna collect this. This is weak, this is weak, this is weak. And yeah, I understand this position can be evaluated as maybe +2 for black, but it's not quite obvious. It's not entirely obvious to me to assess this as, let's say, +2.5 or +1.5, and that's the difference between being a Lichess solution or not. Why are you trying to bang yourself, Drawbill? We might win g2, g4 too. Okay, let's continue the line for a moment. So after queen e7, I played queen e7, right? Let's say rook f2, maybe. It takes here. Yeah, and this is hanging. So I'm gonna do a crazy attempt here to defend both pawns with the king. Rook and Banson request. This is +4. Yeah, maybe this is +4. Yeah. And is this an idea? Because I thought about this when I was solving the puzzle, and it seemed funny. I mean, if I don't take the rook, why it keeps the material? And if I take the rook, I'm gonna be worried all the time about this queen landing here. So let's say queen here, queen here, going all in. Queen here, and I guess this is enough, because if queen h4, queen takes e3, defending h6. Yeah. And what about this? Ah, but there's no queen c1. Yeah. Okay, I guess this is totally winning for black, but I still would be scared if my opponent plays rook f6 in this position, and it will cost me. You know, in a real game, I would sit down and calculate for 10 minutes here before taking the rook. Anyway, let's continue. Rokenband Violatic. Kids, behave. Okay, rook e8, so there's an obvious move. What's the deal with that? Oh, this is a crazy position. There's also rook f1 check. It's a crazy position here. Well, rook f1 check is cute. I don't know if it works, but it's cute because he wants to take with the bishop. And then we might have some... Now, okay, let's consider first the obvious move. Knight takes. Rook. What is white's idea here? Well, I don't even know what's the material count. So we are an exchange down so far. So if we take here, we're piece up for the moment. And after bishop takes, knight takes. He wins an exchange, but we're winning the exchange back. So we're going to be a piece up. In that line, we're a piece up. So knight takes e8. If bishop takes, knight takes. Unless white has something really crushing, we're going to take on e1. Actually, the queen cannot defend the rook on e1. So we're going to be more than better there. Huh? So after knight takes, what does white have? G7 is totally oh no, it's not totally defended. So knight h5 is an idea. To follow up with rook takes knight on e8. Yeah, knight h5 might be the trick, because then rook e8 is a threat. But if we just step out of it, like, I don't know, g6, if knight f6 check, we take with the rook on f3. Oh, with the knight on e8, sorry, with the knight on e8. Just 96. Yeah, also 96, although I don't like to hang the rook on f3 without being able to recapture with the knight. Maybe queen e5, another idea. So after knight takes e8, queen e5. That's another idea, hitting the two knights. Yeah, too complicated. So, okay. After knight takes e8, in that specific position, before any more trades happen, we're a full piece up. So if queen e5, well, a piece and a pawn. If queen e5 threatens one knight, and I give the 2 knights actually, and I give up on 1 knight, it's not the end of the world. This is tricky position, very tricky position. Can we just go rook takes f4? Yeah, we can go rook takes f4. I thought about that, but and then 96, I guess, is your idea. Queen e5 doesn't work. I don't know, knight takes, queen e5, rook takes f4, queen takes e8. Yeah, that doesn't work. And if pawn takes f4, 96. And we have 2 knights for the rook, which is nice. And after knight h5, I would go back to f6 with the knight. Why not? Knight f6. Ah, bishop takes f3. I'm stupid. Bishop takes f3, and if knight takes f3, knight takes f6. Yeah. Everyone is sure of the first move. Yeah, the first move is king h8, obviously. Yeah. That reminds me of hey, Yotskill, thanks for the follow. Some of you probably were here. That's that tactics session where we were trying to make illegal moves in every puzzle. So for example, queen b4 here attacking that rook on e1, that's the greatest move ever. Oh, but it doesn't allow, no. Yeah. Knight h5, I like 96. Both of, I think that's, you're the second person to say that, and I wasn't sure. 98, knight h5, 96, he just takes the rook on f3. Ah, no, the queen is hanging. Okay, okay, I see the point of 96. But we're a piece up, so what about... Huh. Rook f5. Oh, rook f5 is cute. Also. Yeah, it seems knight h5 is not enough. No, rook f5, rook takes e8. That's white's threat, right? Okay, let's see. Knight takes here, knight h5, rook f5, rook takes knight. We cannot take the rook on e8 because of the mate on g7, so we have to take the queen. He takes our queen with check, we take back, and we're rook up, right? So yeah, rook f5 seems to work also. Okay, first move, I'm gonna do it. I think we all agree with the first move. Okay, this is why we should play the first move when it is obvious, because knight h5 wasn't played, so yeah. So here we were saying, what were we saying? Rook f4, right? Rook f4, if queen e8, we're a piece up, so we just move the rook, and white has no threats. So rook f4, if queen e8, we just move the rook, piece up. If he takes the rook, then we have 2 pieces for the rook. Is there any other way to collect more material? I don't think so. I mean, we have a tempo. No, but he takes on e8. What am I saying? And there's no rook f1 tricks. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. And now, oh, we thought knight e6, and after f5 we didn't think more. We didn't think more than that. So what's going on here? Knight e6 f5. Oh, the knights can defend each other. What am I saying? Yeah. Okay, I'm getting tired. Okay, nice. I like these positions. Okay, so we're black and we promote up. And okay, material is equal, but we have the two Bs. So first idea, can I take here? Probably not enough to win. No, it's not enough, because after takes, king takes, it is a draw. It is a draw? That 2 versus 1, is it a draw? That's an important question. That's an important question, because we need to see if we can simplify to that endgame. And I think it's not a draw. White cannot force the draw. But our king needs to be close. Yes, McLaughlin, I'm aware of that. So maybe the king on a4 is too far away. Draw, the king comes to e5. Yeah, if we allow that, of course, but if our king is, let's say, on the B line, after king here, we stop it. Yeah, I think if the king comes to e5, it should be... It's not entirely a draw, right? We go f4, he has to go back to e4, and then it's a draw. Then it's a draw. Then and only then it's a draw, even if we take on g3. So, okay. If we remove all the pieces, I need my king to have access to the c5 square by the time white goes to e3. That's important. Now, if I try to simplify this way, I will not get that. There, king here, king e5, and I don't get it. However, if I don't go here, this is hanging, so not a lot of options here. Not a lot of options. Well, bishop here is one move. And then let's say he saves the knight, I'm not sure. Then king here, knight here, and that feels like a draw to me. Take the other pawn with the bishop. Okay, I'm forcing king takes. The problem is this is hanging. How do I save these 2 pawns now? No. If I have to push g4, then the pawns are already blocked. He can go like knight g7 and it's an immediate draw. Bishop b8. Bishop b8, he takes on g5, right? That should be a draw. He loses knight by force. Oh, wait. There's something I wasn't considering here, that we can win without the pawns. We have material to do checkmate, but we need to take both knights, and I don't think that's gonna happen. So bishop b8, knight takes g5 should be a draw, I think. He's gonna be a piece down, but come on, with the knight he will survive, I think, versus the two bishops. King f3, g4, next moves. Suddenly I'm not so sure anymore. Not so sure anymore. But I see your point, Mopra, but also I'm seeing this line after bishop b8, c6. And, and c7 is a threat. So it's not also, it's not even about taking the knight. Yeah, bishop b8, c6, and what do I do? If I take the knight, then c7, and we need to sacrifice the bishop. So, yeah, I don't think that's a winning attempt. Now, if bishop e7, there's also c3, c6. And c7 is a huge threat, which can be only stopped with bishop d7. Okay, let's go to that line. Bishop e7, c6, king takes knight, c7, bishop d7. Knight d8 maybe. It wins bishop e7. That's a strong statement. I have the feeling white has several options. Like, I'm thinking c6, but why not knight takes g5? For example, bishop e7, knight takes g5, bishop takes. Knight c4, sorry, knight c4. Yeah, okay, knight takes g5 is risky, but if white preserves one knight, I think it should be a draw. Because even if we take the c pawn, the two bishops versus the knight cannot win. And there's no way we can make progress with that pawn on f5 if the pawn on g3 is alive. So, yeah, I don't believe bishop e7 works. Just knight takes g5 should probably lead to a draw, I think. Mopra says bishop here, c6, bishop a7, check. King somewhere, king takes a5, c7, bishop d7. Because there's that check. Good point. But anyway, bishop b8, knight takes g5. Again, I don't want to give up that pawn on g5. I don't know how do we win there. And if bishop e7 doesn't work, which I'm not sure, but I think knight takes g5 is probably enough, then bishop takes c5 is the only option I see. I'm not sure c complex. I have a strong feeling that it is not winning. Bishop e7, knight takes g5, bishop takes g5. I understand it's too risky for white, but I think if white removes one of those two black pawns, it's going to be very hard to win. I don't know actually how to win that. I can see how we save both pawns. Well, in the bishop takes c5 line, check. Bishop takes check, we might save them. I'm not sure, however. Clown pawn. I would probably play bishop takes c5, knight takes c5, but then I will take on a5, not king b6. Yes, XX, that's the first line we considered. Like the first thing we said when we got here is bishop c5, knight c5, king takes a5, knight takes a4, king takes a4, king e3, and it's a draw. We analyzed that endgame. And we got to the conclusion that it is a draw. Because after king e3, king b5, king d4, king c6, let's say, king e5, f4, king e4, it is a draw. Did we consider giving up? Nope, never. Two bishops versus a knight is an eventual win. Not sure. Still the pawn on g3. The pawn on g3 is alive in those lines. We are saying if we take on g3 now, then it is alive. But if f4 takes, nah, not working. A sure win. I'm not so sure. Bishop e7, how are we winning an entire knight c complex? Bishop e7, knight c4, bishop e3, yeah. Okay. I mean, if there's no way to save both pawns, then obviously bishop e7 is the only attempt to win. But two bishops versus knight and pawn, I don't think it's a win. I mean, maybe it is, and of course the engine will say, oh, we're a piece up, but I'm not sure at all that's a win. Because there's no way to make progress with the pawn. You need to make progress with the pawn to be able to push it, and you're not going to be able to without trading it for the g3 pawn. So eventually, if black wants to make progress, it will end up in a two bishops versus knight, and I'm not sure two bishops versus knight wins. No. White is never gonna lose the pawn. The best thing you can get is trade the pawn, not lose it. White can win with the f pawn without sacking his second knight, and we can win mate with two bishops. White can't win the f pawn. Yeah, but white just stalls. White doesn't want to win that pawn. White just wants to draw. And you can even trade the pawns if you prefer. Yeah, actually, I think that's the only way. You need to trade the pawns. There's no other way, I think, in that endgame. You need to trade the pawns. And then I'm not sure. Two bishops win versus a knight? White is gonna get Suxwand. You see it very clear. I'm not so clear about it. I don't see it that clear. The knight always has squares around his own king, and actually the winning procedure without the knight, the winning procedure is to Suxwan the king to push him back. I think if he has a knight that can jump from one side of the king to another, we're not getting to push the king. So I'm not sure. You are so clever for me. I don't know how to win that endgame. Yeah, I'm probably wrong, of course, because in this position I don't see a better endgame for us. Then if you trade it C complex, you better be sure not to trade pawns first, because if you trade a bishop for the knight, then it's a draw. If you don't have more material, so yeah, I'm not sure. It's probably something around those lines. What we need to win here, to get to that endgame with two bishops and pawn versus knight and pawn, and be able to trade the knight for one bishop. Then that's a winning endgame. But I'm not sure if we can get it. Anyway, bishop e7 seems the best attempt because this knight is trapped, right? Just defend the attacked pawn. We need to be careful with some checks, but I don't think they are good. Let's analyze this line. Bishop e7, knight c4, bishop b3, knight c7 check, and I guess we need to go to b7. Then knight d5 attacking our bishop. Then bishop d8 only move, right? And then the knights defend each other on b6 probably. So I'm not even sure if we're winning a knight there. Bishop e7, knight c4, bishop b3, knight c7 check. Only way to attack both knights, king b7. Knight d5 attacking our bishop on e7. If bishop d8, some knight jumps into b6 and the knights are defending each other. Those are superfluous knights. They are frozen. So maybe that's winning. Because we go like king c6, we're gonna take on c5, and maybe that's winning, but yeah, that's winning. Oh yeah, c complex, you're right. Bishop takes c5 instead of bishop d8. Yeah, that's easier. Yeah, okay, so we take the knight. Okay, let's go for it. It was... Oh, puzzle failed. Hey, Hivese, we're gonna see if bishop takes c5 was the solution, but I can tell you we're on this puzzle for like 40 minutes, or I don't know, half an hour at least. So yeah, I can assure you we consider bishop takes c5, and it's not the solution either. Okay, let's try to do some moves we didn't consider yet until we find the solution. Bishop b8, I cannot believe it. What? Okay, this is tricky, guys. Now we need to understand. I really need to understand the difference between bishop e7 and bishop b8. Well, the great discussion we had, I think what we mainly discussed in this time was how to win this type of endgame, two bishops versus knight and pawn. So let's make some random moves from here. I think it's interesting to first see this. Okay, we're blocking this, so let's say if g4 we play f4, and I think it's important to keep the pawn, because if we trade, I think this has to be a draw. Although some guys are saying this is winning, I don't believe this is winning. But yeah, if we keep the pawn, let's say then white will try this and then g4 to trade pawns, right? So let's say here, here, and now here to meet g4 with bishop d1 check, and we eventually, oh, in this position it's actually easier because we just trade here, yeah. And it's, yeah, this is a winning endgame, no matter what he takes with. Okay, still very tricky. Now, so you were saying that we need to protect against this check here, but I'm not sure. Oh, 95 check. Yeah, this was the trick. This was what we needed to avoid. The knight c7 check, because there's knight a5 check here. Yep. Yeah. So then bishop b8 is only move. And yeah, we need to have this protected. And now if knight takes g5, again, this is the endgame we were discussing, and I think it's not so trivial to win this one, but okay. I give you that this is winning. But on a practical game, I think knight takes g5 would be my attempt to draw this position. Now, here against c6, as someone pointed out, bishop a7 check is probably the easiest. Then the king moves, we take here, and if here, yeah, maybe this is last attempt to, oopsie, last trick, knight c6 check, but of course we can prevent it, and we're winning there. But if not for bishop a7, then we would have a problem here. Like, for example, if we take here, then c7, well, we're still in time, but yeah, we always have the check, yeah, it's a transposition. It comes down to surviving the next few moves and then using the superiority of the bishops. Yeah, I think I would be concerned about this line. I think how to win this is not so trivial, even though it's, we're a piece up. But I don't believe the two bishops versus the knight endgame. So I think we need to preserve this pawn, and then it's not so easy. I don't know, something along. Oh, already. Well, not bad, not bad. Not entirely bad. This puzzle is 2400, yeah. I think it's not obvious at all. I mean, we spent half an hour and we failed. So yeah, I guess the rating is okay. There's several interesting first moves. Bishop c5, like the most obvious, then bishop e7, and bishop b8 not so obvious. The solution is not the most obvious one. And yeah, it's not like a lot to calculate. After you see, you know, it's like knight c7 check and knight a5 check. It's 4 moves to calculate to see the difference between bishop e7 and bishop b8. But it's also not so easy to assess the endgames. A piece up that can be drawn. So yeah, I think the rating is okay. Never seen one rated this high. Ah, okay. Well, we got a 2400 in this session already. We got another one 2400 and we solved it. I think it was the rook takes d7 one. Was it? Let me go back and see the previous puzzles. Oh, I need to solve them again. I need to solve them again. No. So this was rook takes f4, 96, 97. Okay, this is just 2000. Ah, the plus 12 or the plus 14. Yeah, one of the, you know, the ones that give me more points must be the 2400s. Okay, and here the solution was knight g6. Yeah, for example, this was very tricky because knight g6 seems a good move, but it's not so obvious that we're winning material or anything. So yeah, this was also tricky in that sense. Let me not fail this one. This was 2400, for example, and I think the main point in this one is it's not easy to assess that white needs to take on h7. We considered that line, but we also considered bishop takes g6, and then it wasn't that easy to assess this position, which is equal material at this point, but you know, the threats, so white has to spend one tempo, then we can take here and win this pawn and create some problems. Not so easy to assess. I understand this is a 2400 also. And the other plus 14, I think it was the rook takes d7 one. And I see why it is high rated. Because at first glance h2 wins on the spot, then you see the trick with rook a8, rook h8. And you see that the only way to win is to first disrupt white's rooks from coordinating to the h8 square, and then you promote, and this is 2400 also. So yeah, you see 3 2400 puzzles in this session. Peshka, hey Peshka, are you Peshka? Are you Trifon? I can't remember your name. Are you the Ukrainian boy? I'm astonished with you, buddy. I know you are going to come to Santiago in November. I live here in Santiago, and it will be nice to see you playing the World Championship. Tijon, yeah. It's hard names for me. I've played you on one of your streams, but yeah, it was in February or March. It was a long time ago. You're great, Peshka. You're really great. Tijon Chernayev or something like that. Okay, let's try to solve another puzzle. What's going on with d4? d4 is hanging. What's the material count? It's a crazy position. I like the fact this king is really weak there. So we're a pawn up. Chernayev. Okay. Nice. Yeah, well, I live in Santiago de Compostela, so if you're going to come here for the World Under Something Championship, I can't remember, under 10 championship or under 8, one of those two. I'm gonna watch you play the games. I'm gonna root for you. Oh, VT Click Victor is saying free queen. How is that? Is any knight? Oh, yeah, the queen. Okay, I didn't see that. Okay, maybe I need to look at the board to try and understand the position. So if we take the queen, I guess white's point is to take on f7, then king f8 only move, bishop h6 mate. So I guess we cannot take the queen. But we can start, well, while the bishop is defending here, we can try other moves, but with some care, because for example knight takes d4, queen takes already threatens the same mate, right? Ah no, because yeah, it threatens the same mate. So we need to be careful. The bishop is defending the mate, but queen takes h5 is a threat to deliver the same mate. And you're going to come to the World Championships where you can hold a joint stream with you. Oh yeah, that would be great, Peshka, that would be awesome. And I'm sure you are gonna win also. I think you can win. But yeah, joint stream would be such a nice idea. Okay, someone is saying knight takes c5. C complex is saying knight takes c5 is natural. Yeah, I think it is. It is a natural move to do. It prevents all the threat on f7 and keeps the threat on the queen on d1. So yeah, it would be nice to meet you in person, Peshka, and maybe also to do the stream and just to watch you playing over the board games. Yeah. Intuition says knight takes e5. Yeah, that's true. What can white do against knight takes e5? It's such an annoying move. I guess there's still some bishop takes f7 ideas, right? Ah, we have knight takes f7. Yeah. So I thought there was bishop f7, and if king takes f7, queen takes h5, using the fact that the knight is pinned on f6. But how about knight takes... Yeah, okay, the knight defends f7, so there's no tricks with queen takes h5 either. Is there rook takes f6? No, the knight is defending f7 again. Yeah, I think knight takes e5 is good. I'm not gonna ban anyone. I think I have enough moderators in the chat for the bans. So knight takes e5, what can white do? Rook takes f6 doesn't work. Queen takes h5 doesn't work. Although it's probably the best attempt, or not. So knight takes e5, queen takes h5, knight takes, pawn takes. And we have a threat on f7, but yeah, we take on g5. Nah, that cannot work. I'm trying to find something for white. Is there a command to ban the whole audience? I don't think so. I hope not. Knight takes e5. So bishop takes f6. We take the queen. Then bishop e7. Nah, cannot believe it. Oh, okay, Peshka. Good to see you. Good to see you. It was nice. We have a similar situation like Germany in the 40s. And Pepe says enough moderators. Yeah, I think there are enough moderators. Yeah, good luck with your tournaments, Peshka. See you around. I thought Violatic was a moderator. Isn't Violatic a moderator anymore? Was never a moderator? I yeah. Okay, Rocking unmodded you. Okay, Rocking, come on, man. Maybe you're going too far, Rocking. Hmm. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take on e5 and we'll see. Okay. Now, what if we just take the queen? I have the feeling this puzzle is going to be tougher than expected. We can throw a check, I don't see the point, but just to state the obvious. So if I take the queen and he takes back, I guess, with rook, then we'll need to move the queen. We still can do a check and then queen e7, although I don't see the point. It's going to be a dangerous position anyway. But I guess taking the queen is the obvious, right? Take the queen, take the queen, take the queen. Everything is telling me to take the queen. And I know I cannot calculate anymore, so I'm going to take the queen. Okay. So I guess the difficulty of this puzzle is to assess this position and see that it's winning. So after this, let's say, well, actually, pawn takes maybe not the best. So this. Yeah, okay, I guess we're winning. More than winning now, because I misplayed with white. Okay. Yeah, I guess the check is not so good, because now bishop takes f6, yeah. Now the king is improved on u2, I think. There's no threat there, and not sure, there might be already some tricks like this. But okay, I guess some people fall for the trick here in the first position instead of taking on e5 for this trick, check and mate, and also maybe for the other. Well, I guess no one plays knight takes d4, but just to state, knight takes d4 allows this, and it takes the same. Oh, it's not mate. There's knight g7. Wait. But at least it's a draw. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, maybe queen takes h5 is not the best here. It feels it has to be. So takes, and then instead of bishop h6, no, bishop h6 seems fine. This way, maybe. or even all the way back and knight f7. I don't know. Too complicated. Too complicated. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end with the tactics. It wasn't a bad session after all, but I think I want to play. I want to play some games. So what I'm going to do is have dinner, and I'll be back like in half an hour to play some games and or some tournaments or something. Is there any interesting tournaments? Play a ranked game. Okay, let me see if there's some interesting tournaments at 10 o'clock. There's a Ruy Lopez Rapid Arena. Oh, maybe I play that. Yeah, maybe I'll play the Ruy Lopez tournament. Violatic will. Okay, I'm gonna play that one at 10 o'clock and play a ranked game. I can play one now, but I'll be back later for those games. $40. Yeah, in 40 minutes I'll be back. Let's play bullet against the first player in the lobby, and if we survive, okay. I'm too slow, I feel. What am I doing? Ugh! What a terrible move. What a terrible move. No. This is so terrible. A4 wins on the spot. B3. Let's go crazy now. I need to. And I won on time. Yeah, that's how you do it. Rematch. Okay, he's offering the rematch. I will not be mean. I should accept. Oh, Caro-Kann. Let's try to play active this one. Okay, I'm not sure about that e5 move by him. Okay. With the queen, that was good. I thought it was weird, but that was good. Oh, that's also a good move. I'm too low on time. Oh. Shoot. Position is hard. Nice. Not so nice now. Yeah, I misplayed a little. I guess I can still try something. No, I cannot. Well, I can. Try my best here. It's check. I promote with check. Nice. There you go. Yes. Whew. Okay, guys. So see you like in 40 minutes or so. I'll be here. Yeah, all calculated. Absolutely, all was calculated. So see you later. I'm gonna lucky. No, I'm not lucky. I calculated everything. Come on, this was still theory. See you later, guys. Bye bye.